do my eggs, and then all of a sudden, the bagel started to move across the counter. And I started to wonder, how was this bagel moving across the counter by itself? Then I realized there was a little ant, one little ant, carrying the bagel when he eat it. I said, how is this brother going to steal my bagel right in front of me? The black ant trying to run my brother. So I said, he's not going to steal this bagel right in front of me, so I swatted him off the counter. The ant fell like a man fall from the Empire State Building all down to the floor. The bagel falls on top of him, punches the ant. The bagel falls apart. And I'm yelling at the ant saying, that's right, you're not going to steal my food in my house. Then the ant kind of just popped out, transformed himself back into form, walked across the floor, put the bagel back together, carried the bagel to the front of the cabinet across the counter, ate it into these little tiny pieces, and fed the 2 million ants living under my house. Little ants are designed to carry up to 35 times their weight, but humans cannot. Fixing our country is a burden too big for one man. It's a burden too big for any political party. It is a job for God Almighty. Our country, amen, our country has been blessed, not because we have in God we trust on our money, not because we say God in our pledge of allegiance, but there was a day when men and leaders in this country knew and believed what God said. They believed did what God said, they lived for what God said. And until we get back to that, nobody is going to save our country. So here's what God needs: 2 things. One, he needs a leader that's going to stand up for the Lord, that's going to pray to God and do what God says. We need a leader that when people are telling him he's the greatest in the world, he's going to say, no, God is. When everyone tells him he's smarter than the other guy, he's going to say, no, God is. When everyone tells him he's bad, he's going to give that bagel, that burden to God. But we also need a people, supporters, who also are going to live what they say they are. We say we're a country that believes in God, but we sure don't live it. We don't have laws that honor God. We don't have language that honors God. We don't have music that honors God. So my challenge to you today, we can all waste our time and be political. Political process is very important, no doubt. God gave us government, but he gave us government to honor him. And if we dishonor God, he will dishonor us. But if we honor God, he will honor us. And this country will be great like never before. There's a verse in the Bible that says, the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth, looking to show himself strong on behalf of somebody who will be loyal. God is saying, if you are loyal to me, I will be loyal to you. If you trust me, I will honor you and bless you. If you don't trust me, you're on your own. There's a little girl in my church, she's 8 years old. And she draws these pictures of me every 6 months, and she gives me a little picture since she was 5. Sometimes I'm holding her hand. Sometimes I'm preaching and she's praying. Sometimes she's on a bike and I'm in a tree doing all kind of crazy stuff. And I wonder if God was to draw a picture of our country, if he was to draw a picture of what he would love to see. He would love to see a leader that bows his knee to him and honor him. But he would love to see a people, too, that bow their knee and honor him. My prayer is that we get our country back to what it was, what made it great. And that's trusting in God, learning his word, and obeying his word. God bless you. Thank you.